Alright, today on Random Acts of Carving, we're in Central Florida here. It's 97 degrees, pretty humid. It's kind of hot. Gonna work on a little carving out of a 2x6, and not sure what it's gonna turn out like. Never tried one of these before, but we're gonna do our best to make something really cool out of this. So stick around and we'll dig it out and we'll show you what it's for later on in the video. Here we go. Okay, so I got the 2x6 here. I had an idea to shoot a video camera through a hole in a piece of wood. Thought it'd be kind of cool to make a neat carving for the video camera to shoot through. So that's what I'm starting to work on here, and I just drew this out on the 2x6. I didn't have any templates or anything. I just kind of drew it out of my head. Wasn't sure what I was going to put in a lot of places when I started. I had a couple of main characters and started there. I drilled a hole through and cut it out with a jigsaw. I think it might even just been a 1.5 inch wood bore bit. But here I'm just removing the background, relief carving. Takes a little bit. It's a lot harder cutting into the flat face of a piece of wood than it is whenever I do the driftwood carvings. I usually don't have to remove a lot of wood because what I'm carving is usually pretty close to what's in there. I don't have to remove a lot of wood. Being that it's already rounded and everything, it helps a lot. But when you're cutting into a flat piece of wood, you have to remove a lot of wood to get down in there deep. If you watch the channel at all, you see I carve a lizard once in a while, so I had the lizards down. I wanted to put one on this, so started digging them out. And this is just a little guy I was making, looking out the window, just seeing what's on the other side of the block of wood where he's at, seeing what's on the other side of the room where he's at. This took a lot of time, so I cut out a lot of video. Thinking I probably had 8 or 10 hours in carving this. I used my Fordham with a like a saber-tooth fine barrel bit on it to remove a lot of the background wood, and I think I had a flame bit that I was using also. And then dropped it down to the Dremel just to get into the cracks, or get around stuff a little better. Flame tip bit, just going in and removing as much wood as fast as I could without going too deep. I had two Dremels set up, and whenever one would get hot, I would just switch it out and run the other one. Doing just like any other carving, I just rough out the outside edge, and then once you get that outside pattern done, then you just round everything off until it looks right. The whole time I was carving this, I was trying to decide what I was going to stick underneath of his right foot. It's up on that thing there. And I kept thinking a rock, but I wanted to make it look like a room of some sort, and couldn't figure out why a rock would be sitting in the room. You'll see in a little bit what I turned it into, and it's turned out kind of neat looking. Turns out I should have looked at a few reference photos for this. I tried to just carve it out of my head with a very rough sketch on the wood. Ended up going looking at some reference photos. I don't carve a lot of bears, but I had to make an exception for this one. Each time I finished up a little carving on here, I tried to think of something else to put on it and what I was going to do next. And I finally figured out what to put underneath of his foot. Get it cut out here.
Traveling around the world, my people tell me where to go. I'm not afraid to step outside and see the world for what it is. No. Spending all my time with people that I barely know. You may have thought that I was lost, and all I need is room to grow. I'm coming home to put a
at this point, I'm still just roughing everything in. Then I gotta go. And then I went back and cleaned everything up. It was just a lot of making things fit.
Sometimes I feel alone, you know it's me and my guitar. Looking up the darling stars, singing where we supposed to go now. Ruthie, little lady, tell me what you mean to me. And I'll build a house in Byron Bay, if that's exactly where you'll be. I'm coming home, put a flower in your hair. But you should know I'd rather be instead. No.
Just removing some more of that background to get it smoothed out a little bit. Keep digging down in around stuff. I wasn't sure how deep I was going to go, so just keep working the background back. Still had to fix my bear a little bit and make him look like a bear. You can see I drew the background in. I was starting to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of it. Cutting this vine in, and then anytime you do a vine on a relief carving, you gotta carve all the wood out around it, so just trace it all out, keep working it all back, working that background back, and cleaning up all the edges. This was soft enough I could use that little micro motor with the diamond bit. Just kind of draw it on there. There was one knot in this piece of wood I picked up. I decided to kind of just showcase it here and wrap the vine around it. There I was using a diamond bit with like a, I'm not even sure how to pronounce what it would be called. But it just has a flat end on it and a sharp edge on the sides, and then like a dome top towards the shaft. And you can use it for cleaning up edges down inside and getting behind stuff. Showed it on a lot of the other videos. And once you get in, cut in behind it, you can see then I just rounded that whole vine off. It was just sticking out and then clearing out some more of the background. I asked my wife what I should put at the top of the piece of wood, and she said, well, why don't you just put a hot air balloon? So I made a hot air balloon. That first balloon looked lonely up there, so I decided to add a couple more. Once you get the general shapes cut out, then it's just a lot of just finishing, cleaning up all the edges and sanding the background all smooth. That big balloon there, I didn't put it on the video, but I had all four strings actually separated from the wood, and I was really happy with it. And I was trying out a new spiral cut bit I had, and it got a little crazy on me and took out a couple of the strings, so I had to replace them with some popsicle sticks or toothpicks. I cut some toothpicks and cut in and put them back in there. I drew my background back on there and started cutting it out. This is just a diamond cut wheel. Has a sharp edge on it there. You can just kind of slide it along. That gets all the wide open places, and then I went back in and cleaned up the other edges with another bit went into all the corners. The lines went into the corners. Alright, so I got this carving done. I'm going to paint it though, so it's going to take a little while to do that, and then I got some other plans for it, so when I get to the end of the video you get to see what it's for. So yeah, anyways, this one turned out pretty neat looking. I love the way it looks even not painted, but what I'm using it for, it kind of needs to be painted. So here we go, we're going to start painting it. Let's get painting. So we're just starting out painting the balloons. I think I painted his shirt white, and then painted some white on the balloons. Maybe I think I used like an antique white or a wicker white, and then some blue on the first balloon there. And green, obviously, on the second balloon. I painted that lizard all green, and he's that way through most of the video, and then I decided I didn't like the green lizard. It was too much green on there, so I painted him brown. You won't see it until we get to the finished product. There's the little bear, finally looking like a little bear. I did carve a little of the wicker detail into that basket. I don't know if you can see it on this screen there. Not as much on the little wee ones there. And we're just about done here. I think he's ready for an adventure, so let's go on a little adventure.
find them? There's three of them.
I have the buck in the middle of the screen.
Okay. Yeah, there was three of them.
Was there 2 bucks there?
Yeah, I think it's two. Okay, and so the first videos we showed there were from San Rafael Swell in Utah, and then we went to Canyonlands Ballooning in Moab, Utah, and then our last few videos you're going to see at the end here are from the Rio Grande National Forest in Colorado. I just want to say thanks to the subscribers and everyone who has been watching the videos, and just want to remind everybody to make every day an adventure and spreading the word from Ozark Overland on their YouTube channel. Just quoting him, he said, "Make memories, not dreams." So it's just a good thing to remember, and we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for watching.
It's right there.
I got him.
It's a rough one. I'll do my best though. Are you teasing? I'm not teasing.
This makes it more interesting.
You guys are getting the full program.
Pick up speed! I could throw out.
That's it, guys.
Yeah, you need to anchor and throw out the other side. Slow you down.
Here we come, guys. Here's the bounce. Here's the bounce. Hang on. Everyone all right?
Yep. That was fun.